If I get angry at you, who would I live with? Long ago, there was a wealthy man who believed he was more patient than anyone else. He had a daughter who was extremely beautiful. When his daughter reached marriage age, the rich man came up with an idea. He posted a notice at the gate of his house saying, "Any man who can make me lose my temper or get angry will immediately be allowed to marry my daughter. But if, within 1 month, he fails to make me angry, he will be beaten with 100 lashes and driven away." When people saw the notice, many young men came to try their luck, hoping to marry the beautiful girl. One by one, they applied to become his son-in-law, using all kinds of tricks and schemes. Yet none of them could make the rich man angry. In the end, they all had to endure the painful punishment and leave empty-handed. Because of this, many years passed and the girl remained unmarried. One day, a thin young man came to ask for an audience. The rich man asked, "What do you want?" The young man replied, "I want to become your son-in-law." The rich man questioned him, "Have you carefully read the conditions posted on the board?" "Yes, sir," the young man answered. Looking him up and down, the rich man said, "I'm afraid you won't be able to endure my 100 lashes." The young man agreed anyway and began living there as a prospective son-in-law. After a few days, he invited the rich man, "Tomorrow morning, let's go hunting together and catch some civets or ferrets for a meal." The rich man liked the idea but said, "Going hunting without hunting dogs, how would that work?" The young man quickly replied, "If that's the case, I'll be the dog." "That'll work just fine." The rich man tied a rope around the dog and led him into the forest. The young man sniffed around bushes and shrubs, pretending to track prey. After a while, they spotted signs of a civet nearby, so the rich man urged him to chase it. Soon, they cornered the animal in a thicket and caught it. Both were delighted and hurried home with the prey for a feast. Back home, the rich man said, "All right, go and butcher the civet." The young man shook his head. "I'm a dog. How can a dog hold a knife and butcher meat?" The rich man said, "HMPH, you're quite clever with words. Fine, I'll prepare the meat. You go buy the wine." Again, the young man shook his head. "I already told you, I'm a dog. How can a dog go buy wine?" The rich man was furious inside, but his face remained calm. He prepared the meat, cooked everything, while the young man lay back and slept soundly. After finishing the cooking, the rich man hurried out to buy wine. As soon as he was gone, the young man ate all the civet meat until he was completely full, leaving not a single bite behind. When the rich man returned and saw the pot empty, his anger boiled inside, but he still showed no reaction. He simply asked, "You ate it all. Did you leave me any?" The young man replied calmly, "A dog eats when food is left unattended. You were careless. How could there be any left for you?" The rich man replied, "Fine." Knowing the rich man was furious, the young man later asked, "Are you angry with me, sir?" The rich man smiled and said, "If I get angry at you, who would I live with?" Realizing he still hadn't won, the young man thought of other ways to trap the rich man. Another day, they went hunting again. This time, the rich man decided to take revenge and volunteered to be the dog. The young man guessed his plan and set traps in thorny areas. Whenever the rich man hesitated, the young man whipped him and shouted, "Hurry up! Get in there. If you're a dog, you have to crawl through to catch prey." Scratched and bruised, the rich man endured it all, forcing himself not to lose his temper. Again the young man asked, "Are you angry with me, sir?" The rich man smiled. "If I get angry at you, who would I live with?" That day they caught another civet. At home, the young man cooked it and told the rich man, Now go buy the wine." The rich man replied, "A dog doesn't know how to buy wine." That was exactly what the young man was waiting for. He tied the rich man to a pillar and said, "Dogs are notorious for stealing food. Better tie you up to be safe." Then he left to buy wine. The rich man, tied tightly, could only fume with rage. When the young man returned, he ate alone, throwing the bones near the rich man to provoke him. Afterward, he untied him and asked, "Are you angry with me, sir?" Again came the familiar reply, "If I get angry at you, who would I live with?" As the deadline approached, the young man grew anxious. One day he said, "Things are slow at home. Let me go trading to make some profit for us." The rich man agreed. Before leaving, the young man instructed, "Tomorrow afternoon, go to the crossroads at the village entrance. I'll leave my goods there. Please carry them home for me." The next day, the rich man found 2 baskets tightly covered and tied. Without knowing what was inside, he carried them home. They were extremely heavy. "What kind of goods is this that's so heavy?" he muttered, sweating profusely. When he opened them, one basket was full of stones, and the other contained the young man himself, curled up inside. Laughing, the young man asked, "Are you angry with me, sir?" Still smiling, the rich man replied, "If I get angry at you, who would I live with?" Later, the rich man tried to get even. Pretending to trade, he hid in a basket and told the young man to carry it from the riverbank. The young man guessed his plan. He knocked on the basket, making horsehoof sounds, and shouted, "Whose goods are blocking the road for the royal horses?" Thinking royal guards were coming, the rich man panicked, and the basket rolled into the river. Only after the rich man had swallowed a bellyful of water did the young man pull him out and ask, "Are you angry with me, sir?" The rich man forced a smile. "If I get angry at you, who would I live with?" The next day, the young man ran home shouting, "Sir, I've trapped a rare golden phoenix. Please go guard it while I fetch a net." The rich man rushed out and hugged a hat pinned to the ground. Unfortunately, the king and his entourage passed by. Seeing this strange sight, the king asked what he was doing. The rich man explained about the phoenix. Curious, the king ordered the hat lifted, only to reveal a pile of buffalo dung. Furious, the king had the rich man beaten severely. After the procession left, the young man helped him up and asked, "Are you angry with me, sir?" The rich man exploded, "You nearly got me killed. Of course I'm angry." The young man ran off shouting, "Then you've lost." A few days later, a wedding was held at the rich man's house. The clever young man had won the strange contest and married the rich man's daughter. Lessons from the story. Greed and arrogance lead to failure. The rich man's pride and greed caused him to underestimate others, leading to his downfall. Patience and wisdom. The young man showed patience, intelligence, and creativity to overcome challenges. Confidence and determination. Despite many obstacles, the young man never gave up. Respect and fairness. Lack of respect and fairness in relationships can lead to loss and failure.